Okay, let's talk about keyword research. It seems like it's not everybody's favorite topic, but let's put it this way. Imagine your ideal client is searching for your services online and then they type in a few words onto Google, for example, and your website appears. Now that is the power of keywords. So in essence, and in really simple terms, keywords are the words and phrases that people use in search engines to find what they're looking for. So think of them as a bridge between your services and your potential clients. And we can really, when we understand what our clients are searching for, it means that we can attract the right people to our websites and increase our visibility and ultimately grow our businesses. So what I want to think about are easy ways for you to find keywords so that you actually do some of the research, because I really understand it, I really get it, that this isn't everyone's favorite thing to do. So start thinking like your ideal client. What words, when they're looking at Google, like I am right now, what words would they use to describe your services? And write them down or put them in a spreadsheet, somewhere where you're going to be able to really easily access them. So just brainstorm it. And then consider the problems that your services solve. So how would someone phrase that problem in a search? And also think about what are the kind of questions that your current clients ask you, because those questions are gold mines for keywords. So if we go to Google and we start typing in your core service, then we can see what kind of suggestions come up. And these are real searches that people are making. So if I was, let's say I'm a career coach, so I could type in career coaching. Now, here we get these suggestions, and these are things that people are searching for. So that's a good starting point right from the outset. If we actually go and load these, so it's specific to where I'm based, so it is using my location. But generally, if we start looking down here, it's great to get a good idea of who's showing up and what kind of things are showing up when we type in career coaching. But we also get, people also ask, so this is really, really useful information in terms of keywords and also informing the kind of content that would be useful to write. So we get this, but we also, further down, we get people also search for. And these are some of the things that people are searching for. So this is all really useful information, because we can start the search, we can scroll to the bottom, find related searches, and we get more keyword ideas this way. And this method is the one that I like introducing people to first, because everyone can do this. Google is something that we're all familiar with, and it's completely free, and it provides an insight into an easy way for us to really discover what people are searching for. Now, there are free and low-cost tools that are available. I'll mention some of them at the end. I don't want to mention them now because I don't want to overwhelm you with loads of things, because I know that keyword research can just in itself feel overwhelming. But what I do want you to understand is some of the different types of keyword types. So I'm just going to cover those very quickly. And the first thing I want to cover is seed keywords. So these are broad foundational terms that are related to your business. And you can think of those as the roots of your keyword research strategy. So for a web designer, web design would be a keyword. For a coach, it might be life coaching. We just did career coaching as an example. So that would be a seed keyword. And then closely related to those seed keywords, we have something called head terms. And these are slightly more specific, but they're still relatively broad. So for example, web design services or career coaching, or they have high search volume, but they also have high competition. So we use seed keywords and head terms to start our research and start generating ideas, and they give us a general area of interest. So for example, if you're a personal trainer, your seed keyword might be fitness, and your head term might be personal training. So then once we've done those, then we can start looking about long tail keywords. And these are longer, more specific phrases like affordable personal training for women over 40 in Suffolk. So they're more conversational, and they relate to a specific search intent. You know when someone types in a long tail keyword that they're actually looking for something specific. So for beginners like you and me and people who aren't SEO specialists, it's a really good idea for us to focus on these long tail keywords because there's less competition. They're easier to rank higher in search results for them. We get more targeted traffic, so it attracts people who are closer to actually making that purchase or booking a service. And you get higher conversion rates because people searching for those long-tailed key phrases, they usually know exactly what it is that they want. And when it takes them to your website, they're ready to go ahead and buy. So you want to use those long-tailed keywords in your website content, in your blog posts, and really that is going to help you target specific audiences and answer specific questions. So instead of just typing in personal training, which is really broad, you could get more specific with it. So it could be online personal training for busy mums who want to lose weight after pregnancy, for example. So think of it this way: seed keywords and head terms are like casting a wide net, and then long tail keywords are like using a fishing rod to catch a specific fish. So another few examples. So we might have, instead of coaching, we might have career coaching for women returning to work. That's a good long-tailed key phrase. Instead of graphic design, we might try logo design for local cafes. Instead of social media management, we might say Instagram management for health coaches, for example. So this can take us to some kind of action steps. So the first thing that we can do is create a list of 5 to 10 long tail keywords related to your services. And then you can use these keywords in your website page titles, in your headings, in your website content. So naturally don't stuff them in. If you watch the video that I ran last week about Yoast and how we add our meta tags and our meta title to our website, that's going to help you out with this. So remember that our SEO and our keyword research, it doesn't need to be perfect. If you start with something and then you just improve as you learn. So I really want this to be a simple exercise for you because keyword research doesn't need to be complicated. If you start with these simple steps, you'll be on your way to attracting more clients. So don't overcomplicate things. And remember that any form of SEO is a marathon, not a sprint. So keep learning, keep testing, and you'll start seeing results with consistency, but it's a longer term game. So go ahead and start brainstorming those keywords today, and you might be really surprised at what you discover. And if you've got questions, then let me know. But some of the tools that I promised I would mention, so if that's as much as you want, then that's absolutely fine. But I'm just going to mention a few tools in case any of you want to go a little bit deeper. So we've got Google, which I just showed you. And then we've got the Google Keyword Planner. So this is the tool within Google Ads that it will help you find new keywords, and it gives you estimates of the searches that they receive. It's not as accurate in terms of the search volumes as it used to be, but you don't need to be running ads to use this. It's a free tool. You just need to set up an account with them. So that's the first one. So your Google Keyword Planner. Then Ubersuggest is a great one. It's a really powerful SEO tool, and it offers keyword suggestions, and it also gives you access to monthly search volumes, cost per click, competition data. So you can use it as a Chrome extension, or you can actually use it within the browser as a web tool. And it's easy to use, and you get limited usage on the free version, but it's a great resource for us to use. And then also have a look at Answer the Public. So answerthepublic.com is a tool that helps you discover the questions that people are asking around your specific topic or keyword. And you'll have a lot of fun with that. So I'll mention these and put the links below. And then finally, once you've been up and running for a while with your website, don't forget to just head over to your Google Search Console account. It's free for you to use that to hook it up with your website early on. But that's going to provide you information about search terms that people are using to find your website once it's been running for any kind of period of time. So that's it. I just wanted to run you through some of the basics and make sure that this isn't an exercise that's going to feel really overwhelming. I actually want you to do the work because it's going to really impact the results that you see on your website, and it's going to be beneficial to you if you get started. So the sooner you get started with it, the sooner you'll start seeing the results with it. So don't overcomplicate it. Just use Google. Just go to Google and start having a look at some of these results and get some inspiration and start incorporating these into your pages. Remember that you're going to use different focus key phrases for each page and post on your website. So don't use the same, don't just choose one don't just do keyword research for one page. You're going to do it for all of the pages on your site. Okay, enjoy it. Let me know how you get on.